The chandelier above the dining room spills golden light across the table, glinting off the crystal wine glasses and the polished silverware that clinks too loudly in my ears. My hands clench under the tablecloth, hidden from view, but my voice stays steady as I look at Marcus, my father, across the spread of roasted lamb and untouched asparagus. "What do you mean, Lila will own the company?" He doesn't even glance up from his plate, his knife slicing through the steak with the precision of a man who's never doubted his control. "Elara, let's be realistic," he says, like he's explaining multiplication to a child who can't grasp it. "You're great at technical things, coding, systems, all that, but leadership, that's not your strength. We need someone with presence, someone who commands respect. Your sister's the best choice." Lila, perched across from me in a sleek designer dress that probably cost more than my last software upgrade, sips her wine and lets a small, knowing smile curl her lips. She hasn't lifted a finger in the 3 years I've spent dragging Sterling Industries back from the edge of ruin. Not one late night, not one line of code, not one meeting with panicked investors. And now, with the company posting record-breaking profits, my profits, she's being handed the keys. I lean forward, my voice sharpening, cutting through the clinking silverware like a blade. "I developed the software that saved this company. Without it, you wouldn't even have a company to pass down." Marcus chuckles, a low, patronizing sound that makes my skin crawl. "For your effort," he says, reaching into his pocket. He pulls out his wallet, fishes out a crumpled $50 bill, and tosses it onto the table. It lands between my plate and my untouched wine glass, wrinkled and pathetic, like a tip for a waitress he's already forgotten. $50. For the years I've spent hunched over my laptop, writing code until my eyes burned and my fingers ached. For the sleepless weeks, I analyzed financial losses, designed a system that didn't just pull us out of bankruptcy, but launched us to the top of the logistics industry. $50 for the innovation that turned Sterling Industries from a dying relic into a $300 million powerhouse. Mom shifts in her seat, her eyes darting to me with that familiar flicker of discomfort, but she says nothing. No one does. I look at Marcus, the man I idolized growing up, the man I've worked my entire life to make proud, and in that moment, something clicks. It's never been about merit, not effort, not success, not even loyalty. It's about control. "I see," I say, quieter than I mean to. My fingers close around the $50 bill, turning it over once, twice, before I fold it neatly into my napkin. Then I stand, my chair scraping against the hardwood. "Elara, don't be dramatic," Marcus scoffs, waving a hand like he's shooing a fly. I smile, thin and sharp. "I'm not being dramatic, I'm just excusing myself. Clearly my role in this family is nothing more than a background character, so I'll remove myself from the scene." Lila lets out a soft chuckle, barely hiding her amusement. "Oh, Elara," Mom starts, but I'm already moving, my heels clicking against the marble floor as I walk out of the dining room. I don't slam the door, I don't yell, I don't demand fairness, I just leave. The echo of my steps is louder than any words I could have said. The lobby of Sterling Industries hums with energy as I stride through the glass doors the next morning, my bag slung over my shoulder. A year ago, this place was a tomb. Whispers of layoffs, department heads quitting before the collapse could swallow them whole. Now it's thriving, alive with the buzz of new hires and the clatter of keyboards, all because of me. My software turned weeks-long processes into minutes, secured global deals, made us untouchable, and yet as I walk through, something's off. Conversations hush when I pass, eyes dart away too quickly. I reach my office, the corner suite I fought for, only to find the door ajar. Inside, my desk is stripped bare, computer gone, files missing, the nameplate that read Elara Sterling, CTO, nowhere in sight. Lila sits in my chair, legs crossed, flipping through a stack of documents with the casual air of someone who's already claimed her throne. She glances up, her smile bright and artificial. "Oh, good morning, Elara. Didn't Marcus tell you?" I'll be moving into this office. You'll be reporting to me now. My stomach drops, a cold weight settling in my gut, but my face doesn't betray it. What's my position? I ask, my voice steady as steel. She tilts her head, considering, then shrugs. We'll figure something out. Maybe something in IT support. Her lips twitch, a smirk she doesn't bother hiding. Marcus suggested you take some time off, actually. Relax, work on some hobby projects. But don't worry, you'll still be part of the company in some capacity. IT support. In my own company. The one I dragged from the abyss while she sipped cocktails and posted selfies. My heartbeat hammers in my ears, but I don't flinch. I take a slow breath, let it steady me. They want me out. After every sacrifice, every late night, every solution I bled for, they're discarding me like a used tool, like I'm worth that crumpled $50 bill still folded in my purse. I stare at her, then at the Sterling Industries logo etched into the glass walls beyond the door, a name that once meant family, legacy, pride. Now it's just betrayal. Understood, I say, my tone flat, final. Lila's smirk widens, but I don't give her the satisfaction of a fight. I turn and walk out, my heels clicking against the tile, the sound sharp and deliberate. The elevator doors slide shut behind me, and as they do, a single thought burns in my mind. They think they've won. They think I'll disappear quietly. They have no idea what's coming next. The farthest corner of the building is a graveyard of mismatched desks and flickering fluorescent lights. My new station, a tiny scratched table shoved between two interns who don't even know my name. I sit there the next morning, my laptop open, watching the chaos unfold across the office. Lila's in charge now, and it shows. She sweeps through in her heels and tailored blazer, dismissing department heads who try to advise her, replacing them with her friends, people whose only qualification is a shared taste in overpriced wine. The company isn't just vulnerable. It's teetering. My software is still running things, but she's making decisions on gut instinct. No data, no strategy. Clients are starting to ask questions. Employees exchange nervous glances. I see it all from my little exile, my pulse steady, my hands still. They've pushed me to the edges, thinking I'd fade into the background, a ghost of the CTO I used to be. But I don't argue. I don't storm her office or demand my place back. I watch. And in less than a week, I know exactly what's happening. Lila's in over her head, drowning in a role she can't handle, and Marcus is too proud to see it. The empire I built is cracking under their weight. I close my laptop, lean back in the creaky chair, and let a small, cold smile tug at my lips. They think they've buried me. They think I'll sit here, grateful for scraps, maybe even beg to stay. They're wrong. I won't fight from this corner. I'll build something bigger, something they can't touch. Watch me. The coffee shop across the street from Sterling Industries is a dim refuge, its air thick with the scent of roasted beans and the hiss of steam from the espresso machine. I sit in a corner booth, the evening light fading outside, my fingers tracing the edge of a folder I've been guarding like a secret weapon. The door jingles and Adrian Carter steps in first. 42, sharp-eyed, the ex-CFO who balanced our books when they were drowning in red. Nina Hayes follows, 34, her data analyst mind already whirring behind her calm exterior. Then Leo Patel, 31, my coding partner from those 3 o'clock a.m. nights when caffeine was our lifeline. They've all resigned in the past month, and I know why. They saw the same cracks I did. I slide the folder across the table as they settle in, their mugs clinking against the wood. We're building something new, I say simply, my voice low but firm. Adrian leans forward, his expression serious, the line on his face deepening. What's the play here? I tap the folder, letting the weight of my next words settle. I've got the software, the newest version, the one with the advanced features. They don't own it. I never uploaded it to their servers. Nina's eyes narrow, calculating, while Leo grins, already seeing the code in his head. Adrian exhales, a slow, impressed sound. You're saying it's yours. Completely. I nod, my pulse steady, a steel edge creeping into my tone. Sterling Industries has the old system. This one's better, faster, stronger, and it's ours. They don't hesitate, no questions, no doubts. They're in, just like that. Because they know what I know. Lila and Marcus overlooked the one thing that could have saved them. I lean back, the folder open between us, pages of specs and plans glowing under the dim light. We start now, I say, and it's not a request. It's a command. The coffee shop fades into the background as we talk. Voices low, plans forming. They think they've buried me, but I'm not just clawing out of the grave, I'm building an empire. My apartment is a war zone of papers and glowing screens. The city lights spilling through the window as I hunch over my laptop, refining the software alone. It's been a month since the coffee shop. A month of silence and late nights, my fingers flying across the keys to make it perfect. The code's mine, every line, every upgrade. And it's a beast now, outpacing anything Sterling Industries ever had. I don't sleep much, but I don't need to. The $50 bill sits framed on my desk. A crumpled reminder of why I'm doing this. I pitch it the next week, not to Marcus or Lila, but to their competitors. I walk into sleek boardrooms, my heels clicking on polished floors, my voice steady as I demo the system. Processes that took days, now done in seconds. Profits projected to soar. 3 offers come within weeks, each one hungrier than the last. By the end of the month, I sign a deal. $50 million cash up front, exclusive rights to a logistics giant that once begged Sterling for scraps. I sit back in my chair that night, the contract inked and drying, the city sprawling below me. My phone buzzes. Adrian. Funds hit our account. Nina's already mapping client expansions. Leo's tweaking the rollout. We're not just a team, we're a machine, and I'm the engine. The $50 bill stares at me from its frame, and I smile, cold and quiet. Marcus thought I was worth that much. Lila thought I'd fade into its support. They were wrong. I'm not just competing with Sterling Industries anymore, I'm about to destroy them. The thought settles in my chest, not as anger, but as certainty. I close my laptop, the screen's glow fading, and let the silence wrap around me. This is just the beginning. I don't need to step foot in Sterling Industries to know it's unraveling. I see it from the outside, my new office, a vantage point across the city. The first sign comes quietly. A client that's been loyal to Marcus for a decade pulls their contract. No explanation, just a press release about new partnerships. Then another jumps ship. Then a third. Whispers ripple through the industry, and I catch them all. My ear to the ground while my hands stay clean. My software, now running competitor systems, is the blade. They're just bleeding out inside their glass-walled tomb. Lila's losing it. I hear it through the grapevine. Department heads fired on a whim. Her shrill voice echoing down halls as she demands answers no one has. She's making decisions on instinct. No data, no logic, just the arrogance of someone who's never had to earn her place. Marcus is too busy golfing with investors to notice the hemorrhage. Or maybe he's too proud to admit it. Either way, the company I saved is crumbling under their weight, and I'm not lifting a finger to stop it. I sit at my desk in Nova Systems, our new HQ, sleek and sharp-edged, watching the stock ticker on my screen. Sterling Industries dips another 5%, then 10%. Employees I used to know start texting me, asking what's happening, begging for jobs. I don't reply, not out of spite, because I don't owe them anything. Lila thought she could run my empire with a smirk and a wine glass. Marcus thought I'd stay a cog in his machine. Now they're obsolete, and I'm the tide pulling them under. My pulse stays steady as I sip my coffee, the city humming beyond the window. The irony is thick enough to taste. They're doing this to themselves, and I don't even need to push. I set the mug down, the ceramic clinking softly, and lean back. They wanted me gone. They got their wish, and now they're drowning in it. The ballroom of the Tech Innovators Gala glitters like a crown jewel. Chandeliers dripping light over black tie elites, sipping champagne and trading million-dollar handshakes. I step inside, my heels clicking on the polished floor, the sound a quiet echo of that night I walked away from Marcus's table. Tonight's different. Tonight, I'm not the overlooked daughter. I'm the guest of honor, and they all know it. Whispers follow me as I move through the crowd. Is that Alara Sterling? She runs Nova Systems now. Didn't she sink her father's company? I ignore them, my chin high, my pulse calm. The keynote speaker wraps up, his voice booming over the applause. Tonight we recognize the visionaries pushing the industry forward. Alara Sterling, creator of the most groundbreaking logistics software in the market today, has transformed how global corporations operate. Her company, Nova Systems, is now valued at over $500 million. The room erupts, the sound crashing over me like a wave, and I stand, smoothing my dress, a sleek midnight blue number that feels like armor. I walk to the stage, the spotlight hot on my skin, and take the mic. Thank you, I say, my voice steady, cutting through the noise. This isn't about me, it's about what's possible when you build something real. Nova Systems isn't a fluke, it's proof that merit matters. The applause swells again, but my eyes drift to the back of the room. There they are, Marcus and Lila tucked in a shadowed corner, their faces pale and drawn. Sterling Industries is weeks from bankruptcy, and they know it. Marcus's shoulders slump, the commanding patriarch reduced to a ghost. Lila clutches her champagne glass like it's a lifeline, her smirk long gone. I lock eyes with them, and for a moment, the room fades. Just me and the family that threw me away. I smile, not out of spite, not out of revenge, but because I've won. On my own terms. The $50 bill flashes in my mind, that crumpled insult from a year ago, and I let the memory fuel me as I step off the stage, the crowd parting like I'm royalty. I don't gloat, I don't need to. The numbers speak for me. $500 million, I'm 48% market share. And climbing. The conference room at Nova Systems is a sleek fortress of glass and steel, my territory now. And I sit at the head of the table when my assistant Claire buzzes in at precisely 10 a.m. Alara, your father and sister are here to see you. I lean back in my chair, exhaling slowly, the leather creaking under me. So, it's come to this. Send them in, I say, my voice calm, steady, like the quiet before a storm. The door opens and Marcus and Lila walk in like ghosts of their former selves. Marcus, 58, looks older, defeated, his tailored suit hanging loose on a frame that's lost its edge. Lila, 27, clings to her designer bag, but the exhaustion in her eyes betrays her. She can't hide behind the facade anymore. They hesitate, glancing at the chairs across from me, and I gesture silently, letting the silence stretch until they sit. Lila's nails tap the armrest, a nervous tick, while Marcus clears his throat, his voice measured but strained. Alara, we need to talk. I tilt my head, resting my arms on the desk, my gaze unwavering. And what exactly are you asking me to do? He leans forward, clasping his hands like he's still the one in charge. We've had our differences, but at the end of the day, we're family. Sterling Industries is struggling. We need your help. There it is, the plea I've waited for. The crack in his armor. I let it hang in the air, watching them squirm, then speak, my tone cold as ice. You need me. That's funny, because a year ago you told me I wasn't leadership material. You told me I was only good for technical things. Marcus has the nerve to look frustrated, his jaw tightening. You know how business works. Decisions were made. But now we have to move forward. If you come back, we can rebuild Sterling Industries together. Lila finally looks up, her expression tight. Don't be petty, Alara. We need you, okay? I laugh. Actually, laugh. The sound sharp and sudden, bouncing off the glass walls. You need me, I repeat, leaning forward now, my voice dropping low. My company's worth $500 million. Yours is weeks away from bankruptcy. Explain to me again which one of us doesn't know how to run a company. Silence falls, pure and satisfying, and Marcus's face hardens. Elara, please, he says, the word a knife to my chest. Not because it hurts, but because it's everything he denied me. No, I say, soft but final. And Lila stiffens. Excuse me? I meet her gaze, unflinching. I don't need Sterling Industries. You needed me and you threw me away. You made your choice. Now live with it. Marcus exhales sharply, frustration breaking through. You're seriously going to let your own family fail? I smile, smooth and unshaken. I didn't let anything happen. You destroyed it the moment you put Lila in charge. She pushes back from her chair, standing abruptly, her face red. You're just bitter. You've always been jealous of me. I stand too, smoothing my blouse, my voice steady as ever. Jealous, Lila. I don't need to be jealous. I already have everything you wanted. They leave. Lila storms out, Marcus in furious silence, and as the doors close, I sit back down, exhaling. I'm free. 3 days later, the news breaks like a thunderclap across the industry. Sterling Industries declares bankruptcy. It's everywhere, business magazines, online forums, national headlines screaming, former giant collapses overnight, and poor leadership sinks $300 million company. Every article credits me for its brief survival, pointing out the obvious. My software was the lifeline, and once I was gone, it was only a matter of time. I'm in a meeting when Claire knocks on my office door, her voice hushed. Elara, you might want to see this. She hands me a printed document and I scan it, my lips curving into a small smirk. Sterling Industries is being liquidated, everything up for sale, the headquarters, the assets, even the Sterling name itself. Marcus over-leveraged it, took out desperate loans, and now the banks are seizing it all. I could buy it, every last piece. And the poetic justice is almost too perfect. That night in my penthouse overlooking the city, I think it over. The $50 bill flashing in my mind, that crumpled insult from a year ago. My decision crystallizes, sharp and clear. I don't go through a firm or a proxy. I call the bankruptcy attorney myself the next morning. I'd like to place a direct bid on all Sterling Industries assets, I say, pausing for effect, including the name. A week later, I'm in their old boardroom, the one Marcus once ruled like a king, and now I hold the crown. The paperwork is spread before me, a sleek black and gold pen resting on the final contract. Marcus and Lila sit across from me, ashen-faced, watching as I pick up the pen. I still can't believe you're doing this, Lila mutters, her voice shaking. I raise an eyebrow, calm as ever. Doing what? Buying a failed company? Acquiring a name that no longer holds value? She scowls, but Marcus cuts in, his tone sharp. Elara, just sign the damn papers. I pause, then slide them back across the table. He blinks, confused, as I point to a clause. I'm dissolving Sterling Industries, I say simply. Lila gasps, snatching the document. You're shutting it down? I nod, my smile faint but unwavering. Yes, all rights to the Sterling name, patents, everything. It's absorbed by Nova Systems and retired permanently. Marcus's jaw clenches. You're doing this to get back at us. I lean forward, my voice steady. No, I'm doing this because some things deserve to die. I sign, and it's over. The Sterling era, erased with a single stroke. The Sterling family gala glitters in the same mansion Marcus once owned, now sold at auction, its chandeliers casting light over a crowd that no longer belongs to him. I arrive in a custom black gown, stepping out of my car with quiet confidence, the invitation of formality from someone who doesn't know our history. Whispers trail me as I enter. That's Elara Sterling. She destroyed her father's company. I don't care. I'm not here to prove anything. I'm here to end it. I spot them in a shadowed corner, away from the power players they once courted. Marcus looks smaller, his presence faded, regret flickering in his eyes. Lila's mask cracks, her fingers tight around her glass. I walk toward them, my heels clicking, and they stiffen as I stop. Elara, Marcus says, his voice quieter than I've ever heard. I tilt my head. Marcus, he sighs, resigned. I suppose this is where you gloat. I smile slightly, setting my drink on a tray. No, Marcus, this is where I say goodbye. Lila blinks. What? I step closer, my tone soft but firm. I spent years trying to earn your approval, proving I was good enough. I don't need that anymore. I turn to Lila, her face tightening. And I don't hate you, I just pity you. I built my own power. You never will. They're speechless as I walk away, the gala fading behind me. I step into my car, the city ahead, and smile. This isn't the end, it's my beginning.